Good morning, friends. This is Durga from itversity, a one-stop shop to learn all the technologies. So this is a workshop for students who are pursuing their college degree. Let's get started in a moment. So this is those who are on YouTube live. If you guys want to join the WebEx session to ask any questions directly to me, you can join this WebEx session. It's in the live chat on top right corner. That being said, let's get started in a moment, okay? I'm sharing my screen on WebEx and also on Hangout. So this is primarily for those who are actually pursuing college degree and following my plan to prepare uh, uh, in big data skills. So agenda for today's session, I will give brief overview about itversity, then changes to CCA certification, and then the discuss plan, which is getting started with Spark. Once again, those who are on YouTube live, if you guys want to interact with me directly, you guys can actually click on this link and join the WebEx session as well. You can talk with me directly if required. So that being said, let me start with brief introduction about itversity. Itversity is a free online learning platform which constitute of 4 components. The first one is the YouTube channel, which is itversity, where there are 1050 videos as of today, mostly on big data, but eventually we would like to create content on many other topics. And we typically create videos in the form of a playlist by picking up one topic. Uh, and if you follow that playlist, you will be able to accomplish something, either learning skills or preparing for certification or whatever it is. One of the challenge with YouTube videos is there is no easy way to search because there is not much plain text involved. For that reason, we started a website called www.itversity.com. I'm not getting enough time to create content on this, but we will be eventually creating a lot of content in itversity.com, where we'll be embedding the YouTube videos and then create the necessary important content as part of the course. One of the course is one of the most prominent course. You can go to courses by clicking on courses here, and one of the popular course on our website is CCS Spark and Hadoop Developer, which have changed recently, which I'll be covering as part of the next one. And if you click this, for example, this is a course, and you can see on the left there are few lessons on this course, and this is actually created as per the curriculum of CCA, older curriculum of CCA. So it will be like this, and uh, we will be creating more courses like this as part of this platform, where you can use this and then use it for reference or learn it for the first time, get the code snippets, whatever it is. It is primarily to improvise your learning process, or to give better learning experience than just watching videos. And as you guys know, when you actually learn, you you will have some questions. And for the questions, I have discuss.itversity.com, another forums based website where you can raise topics on any questions. And most of the topics and lessons in itversity will have link to discuss.itversity.com, which will take you to the appropriate topic for that item in the website. And here, if you have any questions on this particular topic, you can actually ask those questions. So this is how everything will be integrated. And whether we have course on the channel or not, sorry, on the website or not, if you have any questions, you can ask those questions in discuss.itversity.com, and there are army of volunteers who are responding to your questions. Let me see if you guys can hear me, because internet seems to be a little bit slow on my side. Okay, just a moment. Okay, okay. So that being said, these are the three platforms: YouTube for videos, itversity.com for text for the course type of content, and discuss.itversity.com for discussion on any topics. You can raise any question by just clicking on new topic and give a title. And if you find a category for that topic, please choose that category so that it will be easier for us to monitor and start responding to your questions. And at least 80 to 85 questions are being answered here. Okay. And the next one is, so when you start learning, it can be very expensive for you to explore big data technologies. Either your laptop resources will not be enough, or you might have to go with a high-end laptop. There are several issues. To address all those issues, I have started a lab and supported by website called labs.itversity.com. There are 4 plans. There is one special plan for students where we give access to the lab for up to 2 years based upon your graduation date. So this is primarily to attract the first semester or second semester students. It will be lot beneficial for the guys who are in the first year of their MS or third year in their engineering. So if you are in the third semester, then you will get access only up to 1 year. And to get the instructions about how you can sign up, you can click on this and you can sign up for the lab. And this is a 7-node cluster as of today. And going forward, we'll be adding more technologies to this lab. We are in the process of setting up Cassandra, MongoDB, and many other technologies. So eventually, we'll have everything in under one roof with respect to big data. So these 4 platforms complete the life cycle of the learning process. Either if you have courses in your masters, or if you want to prepare for the certifications to learn the big data skills, you can leverage this lab for the plan with the plans I have, and then you can learn. That being said, as you guys know, this is a series of there are series of videos under this playlist. It's primarily, so let me take you to the playlist which I'm talking about. This is primarily big data engineer workshop for college going students. Okay, and this is the playlist I'm talking about. And I started on a different note earlier to answer your questions. But after a while, I realized that I'm not getting too many questions from the students, and most of the technical questions are being answered in the forums. Due to that, what I have done under discuss.itversity.com, I have created a new category called Big Data for active students or something. Let me, yeah, Big Data Engineer for students. This is the category. And then I started creating the plans as part of the first plan. And these plans are designed in such a way that over a period of 2 weeks, you will learn and you will have some progress in the pursuit of building big data skills. And this plan is designed in such a way that you don't spend more than 8 to 10 hours a week. Sorry, every 2 weeks. If you commit more than 8 to 10 hours every 2 weeks, which means 4 to 5 hours more than 4 to 5 hours a week, it is not sustainable given your MS degree and also on campus job. Keeping all these things in mind, you should not commit more than 4 to 5 hours in this process. And if you think about it, over a period of 2 years, it can be considerable number of hours, and you will definitely build some skills if you follow this plan. So as part of the plan 1, you set up environment and developer tools for big data. And as part of plan 2, you have I have created a category to understand SBT and simple Scala constructs. So Plan 2 and Plan 3 is primarily to focus on Scala as a programming language. Now we are getting into more interesting topic, which is Spark. But I would like to emphasize that programming skills is more important than any other thing. Okay, but as big data is one of the relevant technology at this time, we will primarily focus using our programming and other skills with respect to big data. Okay, so now I will be creating the fourth plan, and if you go back to the previous plan, I am highlighting here itself which one I will be covering. Okay, so this one we will be talking about getting started with Spark, develop word count program, and also understanding Spark execution lifecycle. Okay, so this is the main agenda for next 2 weeks. Whoever want to learn big data skills, especially for students, it will take around 8 to 10 hours to finish this. So let me follow the same pattern. So Pramod is saying he has a question about Chef Puppet and Ansible. What are these tools? I have. So I will take this question later, Pramod. Uh, so just wait a moment. If I forget to respond, let me remind me, and I will answer you. Okay. So let us. By this time, you should be comfortable with the Scala basics and basic programming and Scala collections. Okay, then so once you are comfortable with these things, then only go to this topic. Uh, here are the topics which you will learn in next couple of weeks. Getting started with Spark, develop, understand transformations and actions in Spark, and then develop word count program using Spark shell or SBT console. Okay, and then I will come back to the changes to CCA certification after this is done. Sorry for going out of order. As per the agenda, after the introduction, I thought of talking about changes to CCA certification. But let me finish this, finish the next 2 weeks plan, and then I will come back to changes to CCA certification. Okay, build jar file and ship it to cluster. And finally, run job on the cluster. Understand execution lifecycle. Okay. Then develop program using IntelliJ with SBT or Eclipse with Scala IDE and SBT. So these are the topics, and next session I will update this one later. What will be covered as part of the next session, and here what we will be doing is first we will understand how to get started with Spark. There is something called REPL, which if you have followed Scala and come to this point, you will understand what a REPL is. and then you will understand transformations and actions in Spark, which is nothing but Spark APIs. You will develop word count program using Spark Shell or SBT console on your machine, and then develop program using IntelliJ with Scala and SBT. So we have to use IDEs to develop the programs. Don't develop using command line. You have to make yourself comfortable with IDEs, and in that pursuit, the demos are primarily on IntelliJ with Scala and SBT, but there are videos where I use Eclipse also. Once you develop, you have to build the jar file and ship it to cluster, run job on the cluster, understand execution lifecycle. All these things will be you need to go through all these topics in next couple of weeks. So for your reference, I already have the videos. I will explain where the videos are. So this is the playlist which you need to follow. Okay. Here is the playlist, and you should watch the videos 5 and 6. These two are the things which you need to watch. Okay. So those are 2 2-hour videos. So overall, the video content itself is for 4 hours. But it will take additional time for you to set up environment and run the understand. You might have to watch multiple times some of the sections of the video. So it will take enough time to understand these very, very important building blocks with respect to Spark. Okay, you should watch. What are the video numbers? It's 5 and 6. Okay, so this one, getting started word count program and using SBT and Eclipse, Spark job execution lifecycle. Watch videos 5 and 6. Okay. So as part of the next session, we will go to the further topics where we will understand few important HDFS commands and developing a Spark-based program to compute daily revenue. Okay, so we will be trying these 3 as part of the next session. So just let me make a note of it. Understand HDFS commands and develop develop programs using Spark APIs. Okay. So this is the plan for next 2 weeks. You should follow the videos 5 and 6. And if you have any questions, either you can ask questions directly here, or you can go and log the issues anywhere else also by going to the discuss.itversity.com. You can just click on new topic, and you can start asking the question, and also you can search for the search for a particular topic here. If there are any questions already posted, and if there are answers, you will get it immediately without wasting time on creating the question. Okay, use this search feature also before posting your question. That being said, let us go on to the next topic as part of our agenda, and that is changes to CCA certification. So what I will recommend for college going students is either you should take big data courses as part of your college, or you should give attempt for the certifications. That will ensure that you learn skills over a period of time with a well-defined scope. Okay, either you pursue courses as part of your masters, or as part of our engineering, if the options are available with respect to big data, or go for a certification. And my content is primarily catering towards the certifications, and one of the prominent certification is CCS Spark and Hadoop developer, and there are few changes which you need to be aware of if you are planning to give the CCS Spark and Hadoop developer certification. Okay, and if you want to get into the details of it, already I have created a video. So let me go back to those. Let me go back to the videos and show what. Yeah, I think this is the one. Changes to CCA 175, itversity and labs. You can go to this video and you can get the details, get the information in detail. Okay, so I'm actually pasting in the chart. I will briefly cover it here as well, but to get more details, just watch this 45-minute video. Okay, so if you go here, earlier this section, data analysis section, used to be more towards Hive and Impala. Okay, now they removed Hive and Impala and they made more Spark oriented. So you need to understand all the basic Spark APIs, how they can be used in programming languages such as Scala and Python. That is there. There's no changes. There's not much changes here. The major change is in this section, data analysis, where they are emphasizing more about Spark SQL than Hive and Impala. Okay, so the certification is more Spark oriented. And also on top of it, they are emphasizing, they have added one more statement here: process streaming data as it is loaded onto the cluster. So it is kind of Spark streaming and Kafka. They are actually focusing on Kafka as well as Spark streaming also. And then they have added one more section called configuration, where you should know command line options as well while running the Spark jobs. So you should know all these things on top of core programming and Spark APIs, along with Scoop and Flume and Kafka. You should also know how to change the command line options. I think this is primarily for Spark, but they can ask on other areas also. But I will be surprised if they ask in other areas. Okay, so these are the brief changes with respect to the certification. Now, if you have any questions, I will take. One of the question Pramod have asked is, Pramod is not here, so I don't know whether I should answer this question or not, but I will. So Pramod is asking, sir, I have a question about Chef, Puppet and Ansible. What are these tools? I have read that these tools are used to manage infrastructure as code, but do any of these tools help in automating installation of a Hadoop cluster? So answer is partially yes. If you don't use distributions like Hortonworks or Cloudera, we have to use these DevOps tools such as Chef, Puppet or Ansible and set up our Hadoop cluster. Otherwise, we might have to do it manually on all the nodes in the cluster, which is not practical. So if we don't use distributions, we will use the tools like Chef, Puppet, Ansible, etc. So there are few folks on this WebEx session. If you have any questions, let me know. I will answer those questions. Otherwise, we'll wrap up for today. And please stick to the plan and start building your skills. It will definitely help to gain a lot more confidence by the time you come out of your college. And similar, if this is successful, we will start similar sessions on several other topics. It could be cloud and DevOps. It could be application development using full stack, such as Mean or Java, etc. Okay. So any questions here? And those who are on YouTube live, if you want to join the session to ask any questions, you can ask in the chat also. I will have a look at those and I will try to respond. But if you want to ask questions directly to me, You can also join the WebEx session, and here is the link on the top right corner uh, in the chart. So Karan is asking what tools I need to learn if I want to work in big data field. There are several things which you need to learn. Again, it depends upon what kind of profile you are trying to pursue. Okay, the question is too generic. There are multiple roles in big data. One is big data engineer, other one is application developer, other one is big data administrator. There are many such roles. So first you need to decide or tell me which whatever earlier experience is, if you have any experience, or if you want to be a developer or administrator or big data engineer. Based on that I can respond to your question. Okay, so Vinay is asking, I have experience with Spark with Java. Is it necessary that I need to learn Scala for CCA certification? So yeah, so if you want, you can go back to my big data introduction video. I cannot describe everything as part of this session. You can go to itversity channel and check for big data introduction videos, and there are details about all these things in that. Okay, it cannot be answered in 5-10 minutes. It will take a lot more time. So let me answer Vinay's question on WebEx chat. He asked the question, I have experience with Spark with Java. Is it necessary that I need to learn Scala for CCA certification? So the answer is you should go to the official page. Okay, and here they are saying convert a set of data values in a given format stored in HDFS into new data values or a new data format and write them into HDFS. So here they are not highlighting whether you can whether you have to write programs in Scala or Python or Java. They haven't mentioned anything. Okay, so even if you go here in the exam question format, here they are saying in order to speed up development time of Spark questions, a template is often provided that contains a skeleton of the solution, asking the candidate to fill in the missing lines with functional code. Which means that for some of the questions, they might give a template where you just have to fill certain lines in that template. This template is written in either Scala or Python, so there are no Java-based templates. So if you have to use, if you want to use Java, you have to develop everything using Java. Okay, they will not give any templates, and it can be pretty daunting. Means if you have to write in Java, you have to be extremely careful. So as per the official page, so you don't need to use a particular programming language. Okay, and also I will highlight one more topic which is posted on discuss.itversity.com from Cloudera itself. Okay, I think it's under certifications. Yeah, so this is actually posted by official Cloudera guy. Okay, I'm assuming, I'm not 100% sure, but I'm assuming that he's official Cloudera guy because he is pretty active in this, and he actually give a lot of details. And someone asked the same question here, and his response was, yeah, questions typically follow business requirements such as what hotels exist in Florida. They typically do not specify any approach that you must follow. So there will be never be a reference to data frames or Hive contexts. Approach is never graded on the Cloudera exams, only the results. If you can solve all of these business problems in PIG, then you can use that on the Spark exam. But in general, the answer to your question is yes. There are questions that may require you to use data frames or Hive context to solve if you are writing Spark code. Okay, which means that you can use whatever programming language you want. And you don't need to use Spark also in some cases. If there is nothing mentioned about Spark, and if they just give questions like what hotels exist in Florida, you can use Hive query or Pig script, whatever it is. But you need to make sure that results are stored as per their instructions. That's the more important thing than the programming language you are using. Okay, and also as I have mentioned earlier, this point is important. If they give templates in Scala or Python, which can save a lot of time. Writing in Java within 2 hours, if you have to develop 4 to 5 Java programs, it might be little cumbersome. Okay, I hope I answered your question, Vinay. So the next one is from Srihari on YouTube Live. Are you planning for data scientist? Data scientist, the answer is no. Don't expect anything anytime soon. We might have, but it will be very long term. The reason is data science itself is a beast, and it requires advanced skills in mathematics and many other areas. Um, Probably if I get a right candidate who match with my mindset, and if he is willing to contribute, definitely yes. Otherwise, it is not on our top priority list. After big data, we'll get into cloud, and then we'll get into application development. Ours is more towards technology rather than data scientist. Any other question? Meanwhile, if you guys like this video, or the way I am providing training, please click on the like button. If you want to share with your friends, you can share on Facebook, Google Plus, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. You just have to click on share and share it. And I will wait for a few more minutes if you guys have any questions. So Ashwini Patil, she is asking, how is big data analytics different from big data engineer or any specific big data related field? So big data analytics, so there is a significant overlap between the two. Typically, you don't see profile saying big data analytics. Either you will see big data developer or application developer with big data skills, or big data engineer, or big data administrator. Okay, these three are different types of roles. So the way your confusion will be clarified is, go to dice.com. Okay, and search for the different different job titles or job descriptions using advanced search, and then here you can say big data engineer. Okay, so what does this with all the words means? If your job description say big data engineer, all the three words, those will come to, those will be highlighted. Okay, and I want to sort by date and find tech jobs. Okay, okay, this is only in Hyderabad, so I have to delete this. Let me go back, or let me delete this and click on find tech jobs. Okay, so you can see here big data engineer. You can click on this and you can see the job description. So you have to go through the job descriptions, go through the content, the skills they're asking for, and that will start clarifying your confusions. Okay, so here they are saying it's all based on big data and Hadoop, and work closely with management and data scientists. Okay, so big data engineers has to work closely with management and data scientists, And at a high level, big data engineer, what he will do, he will identify the sources, get the data, process the data, and give it to the data scientist, and data scientist will actually take care of visualization and applying the data science algorithms and make some sense out of it. Okay, so there is a role called big data engineer, there is a role called application developer with big data skills, there is a role called big data administrator. There is no role such as big data analytics. Okay, big analytics is part of job description. It will be typically in the data scientist. Sometimes it might reflect in data engineer role also. Okay, so start doing this advanced search in DICE and start understanding the job descriptions, and most of your questions will be clarified. I hope I have answered your question. I think Ashwini is the one who asked in YouTube live. Okay. How will be so to reframe the answer? There is a big data engineer role, there is a data scientist role, there is the application developer role which requires big data skills, and there is the big data administrator role. There is no role as big data analytics as such. Big data analytics or analytics might be part of data scientist most likely, and then they might have it might be included as part of application developer sometimes, or big data engineer sometimes. But big data engineer main role is to get the data and process the data and give it to the team who want to do analysis on the data. So Srihari is asking, how will be demand for Scala skills in going forward in job market? So when it comes to Scala, uh, so Scala, so let's compare with Java. Okay, Java is still the one of the most prominent language in application development. Okay, but Java is losing a lot of its market to programming languages such as Scala, Python, Groovy, Ruby, um, many other technologies. Okay, so when it comes to Scala, it is actually grabbing the market in the big data space, especially when it comes to data processing in big data. Scala or Python are most sought out skills compared to Java. So Scala with big data, yes, it's a good combination as of today. So that will be my answer. So in general, if you are just looking for Scala, Scala is still not a so prominent language in building web applications and all those things. So as an application developer, you should still focus on Java, and having a Scala as an additional skill will help. Okay, but Scala itself is not good enough with respect to application developer roles. But in big data engineer, Python or Scala are the more important skills compared to any other thing. Okay, so here you should not be tagged yourself with one technology. If you are a developer or a programmer, you should be able to adapt to any programming language. Okay, you have to be as generic as possible. And on top of it, if you want to be a software engineer, you have to learn multiple skills and should know how all these skills can be integrated together to come up with some application. So depending upon the role you are aiming for, you have to focus on multiple aspects of it, and those are the guys who will be in demand. Don't tag yourself with Scala or Python or Java. If you want to be application developer, learn programming and be confident to adapt to any programming, and then learn SQL and few other important skills on top of programming to be successful, to have successful career in IT as application developer. So Carl Mullins is saying knowledge of probability, linear algebra, basic programming, and machine learning are all needed, but for to be successful data scientist, not just the skills, but application of those skills is a lot more important. So having those mathematical skills and then ability to apply uh, or use those mathematical skills relevant to the problem you are trying to analyze is the key, and it requires a lot of research mindset. That's why most of the successful data scientists are PhD folks, because research is imbibed in their attitude, or as part of their education itself. They focus a lot on research. So that's why PhD guys are more successful candidates in data scientists than other folks, because the ability to do research in proper fashion is very, very important. So any other question here? So Vinay is asking, sir, I am in last semester of my MS degree. Now I am planning to take CCA 175. Also, I am actively looking for jobs. Now my question is on what I should concentrate more, taking CCA 175 and only look for big data jobs, or apply for any kind of job and switch my career later by taking the certification. So as an entry level, you should accept any job. Okay, don't worry about, even after putting a lot of effort and gaining big data skills, if you get job in the other area, go ahead and take it. Okay, don't be obsessed with with the skills you learned. Accept any job, and there are enough resources, ample amount of resources to be up to date on whatever skills you are interested in. Okay, once you get the job, your priorities might change, and be resilient to those, rather than obsessed with one particular area, getting into comfort zone on one particular skill. Make yourself adaptable to anything. Okay, as long as you are in IT, and you keep your brain stimulated by spending time in other areas outside your job, you are good to go. I started my career as a release manager, where I just have to deploy the code given by others, but I stretched myself into development and helping others in SQL, PL, SQL, on whatever skills I know. And eventually, I had a very successful career before I gave up the job and started this itversity around a year back. Okay, so don't worry about what you are doing on your job. Once you are in the job, just spend 10% of your time, 4 hours, 2 to 4 hours every week, and it can take you to next level very soon. I would recommend, even if you get testing job, just go for it. Okay, Robin is saying it is a good lesson, but image is too fuzzy to see. You have to increase the resolution by clicking, I think, let me show some other video. Okay. So if it is not good, you just click on the settings button, go to quality, and choose the quality over here. Then automatically it will be better. Okay, so the auto one might not have picked the right one, Robin. So any other questions? It's a nice session. I think this is one of the most interactive session I had with students since I started this workshop around 3-4 months back. I'm glad that I didn't give up because of not so many people attending those sessions. Now it's getting traction. Okay, so that being said, I will wrap up for now, because I'm not getting any questions. And please share with the students in your circle These workshops are primarily for college-going students. And okay, Sharath is asking when would be the next cloud or DevOps session. So we are not planning cloud and DevOps session like this anytime soon. We have to first focus on content. My friend is working on content. We will definitely take care of it as early as possible. He is also pursuing MBA, and he cannot spend more than 4 to 5 hours every week. But we will come up with content, and we'll come up with plan like this very soon. Okay. That being said, thank you very much, and see you in a couple of weeks. Bye.